In the town of Serenity, people often found themselves pondering profound questions of faith, morality, and existence. At the center of these reflections were 7 friends: Matthew, an aspiring theologian; Sarah, a kind-hearted social worker; David, an agnostic scientist; Rachel, a devout Christian; Amira, a thoughtful Muslim; Leo, a skeptical philosopher; and Priya, a gentle Hindu. Each represented a different facet of belief and understanding. One evening, they gathered around a crackling fire under a star-speckled sky, engaging in their favorite pastime, debating the nature of free will, the consequences of sin, and the possibility of eternal salvation. If we have free will, Matthew began, it means we can choose our path, even if that leads us away from God. Sarah nodded, her gentle features reflecting the firelight. But that means we also choose to come back, right? By repentance and changing our hearts. David, ever the scientist, leaned forward. But does every action really have eternal consequences? What about those who never hear of these beliefs? Rachel clutched her cross pendant. Faith is essential. Without faith, how can there be salvation? And yet, Amira interjected, God's justice must be perfect. Surely he understands our hearts and intentions. Leo shrugged, his skepticism evident. What about the diversity of beliefs? Can all religions be true, or is only one path the correct one? Priya smiled softly, eyes twinkling with understanding. Perhaps the purpose of life is to grow and learn, spiritually striving for something greater. They sat in contemplative silence for a moment, the crackle of the fire and the rustle of the leaves the only sounds. The conversation meandered through various topics, but always returned to the concept that love, true love, cannot be forced. If our relationship with God must be chosen, Matthew mused, then it speaks to the nature of love itself. It must be free. As the night deepened, each friend reflected on what they had discussed, knowing that their differing views did not divide them but enriched their understanding of humanity's deepest questions. The paths to understanding and salvation were as varied as the stars above them, each twinkling with its truth. In Serenity, faith wasn't a single path but a tapestry of beliefs, each thread making the fabric stronger.